Okay, so people, till now we were discussing about what predominantly on different things with respect to how the real network, like how your all applications, whether it can be DNS or your web or anything, how in real time they are actually working when it comes to the corporate network. So my only intention why not to put you guys in confused, but you make sure that everything whatever you are sending the request, they will be going to the intermediate device which converts the request into respective servers wherever they are actually laying down, in the sense like some NAT translation happens, some port translation happens. All these things you should be aware of it. That is only the thing that you have to remember. So if possible, just keep that in mind. Whatever I said, network address translation is nothing but a table, whichever it is getting updated with respect to the what traffic it went outside and mm, from the public private network to the public network, and whatever the traffic that is coming back from public to private, they'll be traced across using that NAT table. And how where each machine and which IP address they are present is you know it by using the MAC tables. Okay, so let me just go back to the headers. TCP. Okay, no, you're not UDP. Okay. Request headers. Okay, no port numbers. Response headers. Okay. I think I have given you guys something yesterday. I don't remember. HTTP response code. Any one of you guys? Okay, here it is. So let's understand what are these codes before we further proceed into other aspects of uh, the system. Okay, I think I have unmuted, right? Myself, guys, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
fine. Yeah, fine. See, requests we have seen it, how it looks, and how they are actually made, everything. But response codes you should remember, because these are the response codes for any request you'll be monitoring. Why you have to monitor them? Because you might be like monitoring some web server. Okay, some web server will be getting a lot of traffic from some external sources, right? From public network, you'll be getting a lot of requests. That traffic might be like, say, for example, department. The payroll department, is it within the organization people will see it, or like you're all salary slaves, all these things? Who will see it? Internal employees. Okay. The servers can be external or internal. External means like public facing uh, servers, means like other people who are externally trying to access your website, like Amazon.com, Flipkart.com, Facebook, or DNS service. Okay, or someone is trying to connect your remote desktops. Okay, so remote desktops also like there is also one service. Okay, or I can say like some services like I can say SSH. Okay, that is also external. Okay, but internal, like your payroll department or like your HR department, those are also some servers which are internal. Okay, so either it can be an internal or external. You should monitor them. Being a security engineer, you should monitor them. Why? What is the purpose of monitoring them? Okay, the purpose of monitoring is it will give you the clarity on what's happening with the server. So that is our objective. Our objective is what's happening in them. I have to monitor. Okay, is there any source that I can see that what's happening over there? Yes, definitely. Okay, so you will be seeing over the time what is the request headers. Okay, they like this. Okay, so now you are seeing like get request. These are the get request line. So get request lines, say for example, morning 9 a.m. Okay, how the when the business starts, how it slowly the business will increase. Okay, and it will be continuing like this. Okay, so these I will show you like how to write this kind of graphs and all how we can create. Okay, using Splunk. Okay, don't worry about that, but just remember what I'm telling. Okay, so it will be the basic normal the way how it will be like looks, and all of a sudden in the evening slowly it will come down and it will be coming down to the like 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 this. Okay, I should put it something like this instead of putting it to the grounded. Okay, so maybe like the number of requests might be like here like 50 or uh, per minute maybe 50 or 60 requests example, and when the business hour starts your traffic might be reaching maybe like 300 requests. Okay, like that you want to see that this is like what's happening, like the number of requests over the time, maybe from here to 6 p.m. business hours, what is the slowly it will come down. It won't be like this also, it will be slowly, it will be coming like this. Okay, so this is, say if there is anything, okay, the requests are like suddenly it went up like this and it went like this and it came like this and it went like this. Hmm. Okay, okay, which one is suspicious, this or this? This is also get request only,
Below.
below one. Okay, that means why this particular area we found some kind of suspicious thing. Okay, means there is a change in the pattern of the incoming traffic. In the sense, suddenly it increased. Either there could be two or three reasons. Might be you have, see, this is an Amazon. Okay, it could be the some reason that, okay, you have kept some flash sale every 1 hour or something like that. Okay, and this particular, like say for example 9 to uh, 10 example. Okay, 9 to 10 you are giving some coupons to the customers where they can avail discounts of 10 to 15% on any product. Okay, definitely everyone will be jumping on during that particular amount of time. So maybe they are when they are trying to access more, get requests will be trying to get, so the website traffic all always it will go there. Maybe like maybe after like 9:45 or something, since the products are like already like most of the offers are availed, slowly the traffic will be coming down. All of a sudden after some time again you gave some half an hour some more. If that is the case, this is called as organic traffic. Organic traffic. Okay, but there is another scenario, okay, where an attacker is here. Okay, he is trying to bombard your web server with lot of some simulated traffic, lot of simulated traffic, that is synthetic traffic, we say, means like generated traffic, simulated traffic you can also say. Okay, like our artificial or synthetic or simulated traffic will be sent. So many companies will use different kind of terminologies. You just remember all of them are like inorganic itself. All of them are inorganic. Organic means genuine users. Okay, inorganic means something simulated traffic. Okay, so they are sending the traffic all at a time. Like he'll be like sending this kind of traffic for over the period of 1 hour, and he'll come to know that okay, he wants to see that your system capacity, or he wants to slow down your business, or he might, this guy is like uh, is grudge on your company, so he might be sending this kind of traffic. Okay, so that time it is an inorganic. Then you will come to know that okay, oh, this get request, something is suspicious. Okay, then you will get an alert saying that you have written the, this is a graph, and Using like some patterns, you can create some rules also. Rules. If you are not seeing these kind of graphs, if you are not seeing, you are on some other work, you are not monitoring that this thing is happening. Okay. Will it be possible for 24 hours seeing on the same graph? No, it is not possible. So that is the reason graphs will be there for us to see them. Okay. But there should be something called as, okay, correlations. Okay. In uh, correlations, correlation means you are writing some information, you are trying to identify some traffic patterns by writing some queries. Either it can be like you take Splunk, ArcSight, or QRadar, anywhere. You'll write some, you are trying to identify some pattern. What you'll say, within so and so amount of time, within some time, if there is an increase in the traffic, say usually even if it is an organic traffic, maybe like 10% I can allow it. Okay. But if it is an increase in 20% or more than that, okay, increase in the traffic compared to previous 1 hour, compared to previous 1 hour, if 20% of the traffic is increased within like maybe 10 minutes, you can put within next 1 hour or something like that. Okay. Usually what we'll do is, in offices, if it is very big organizations, we will keep track of it for maybe within 15 minutes itself. Okay. So within 15 minutes, if you have like 50% or something, or 30% or more than that kind of jump, that means something suspicious is there. So if there is an increase in that particular time, okay, immediately send a mail, or trigger an alert, send a mail or trigger an alert, okay, send an SMS, okay. So anything you can configure, okay, in the correlation box, okay, wherever the tool, whatever you're using, Splunk, or you might be using QRadar or ArcSight. What you are going to do is, if some abnormal things, if it is anything, the correlation, whatever you have written, okay, how you are going to write, we'll see it later. It's out of our context as of now. Okay, let me know that thing. So the get requests are going to get increased to so and so amount of percentage compared to the previous 15 or 30 minutes, whatever you have mentioned. Immediately you will get an alert. Okay, always important to monitor the alerts. Okay, and if the server is not responded, if the server is not responded with successful things, not an issue, not an issue. But if it is responded with the 200 OKs, okay, you have to make sure to block those users. Means something like block those users who are actually, these guys who are actually trying to come simulate it. Means what you have to do, whether the traffic has come from single IP or multiple IPs, you have to check here. This traffic is generated from single IP or multiple IP. That is the first step you have to do here. And then what you have to do, you have to check if it is multiple IPs. If it is multiple IPs, what is the reputation of those IPs? Take some sample IPs and check. Okay. Who are like, if one guy within 1 minute, how many web pages he can open? Guys, if you are a
One,
genuine person, 1 minute
one,
you might be opening 1 or 2 web pages. Correct, right?
right, sir.
Correct, right? If a specific user has opened, okay, 15 pages, 15 requests from 15 requests to the same server, means is it suspicious or not? Same person, okay, opening, okay, Google page, Google page, Google page, Google tabs, Google tab. Every page here is Google, means is it suspicious or not?
It's suspicious.
Yes, we are looking for such kind of traffic. Okay, so you will be seeing top IP, top IPs within 15 minutes, how many requests they are sent. If every request, like you, how it looks, let me show you guys, simple way. It looks like this. Okay, the report, whatever you should see, should be, if it is like this particular IP address, two requests. This particular IP address, three requests, no problem. This particular IP address, one request. This particular IP address, one request. Means it will be descending order. Okay, 5, 3, it can be 2 or 1, and this one is 1, and this one is no suspicious, no suspicious traffic, because the requests are okay received by the server is sent a successful message for the genuine users. Okay, but the first IP address, if in case if it is having 1,000 requests within 1 minute, oh, take this guy. Okay, take this IP. Okay, within 1 minute, not at all possible a user to send 1,000 requests. Correct, right? Because of him, some traffic increase happened. Correct, right? Huh?
Right,
So
right, right.
you will request the for the further investigation. Okay, what is this IP? Does he send the traffic only to my web server or any other assets in my other servers, like my payroll servers or any other servers? This traffic is there. So what you'll do in your wherever the logs will be getting stored, right, in that bucket, you'll put this IP address and check all different your log sources. Log sources means these are web logs, these are DNS logs, these are HTTP logs, these are some logs. All of them you will check whether this guy is there anytime. Okay, today, not only this web server, any traffic he has sent to any of these assets, and you will come to know that yes, he has come. Okay, then why he went there, what kind of request he has sent to other applications, all those things you will monitor. Okay, and you will come to know conclusion. You will create a detailed report of it and update in the investigation report, and you will, like, by the time you will be updating it to the IT team to take care of it by blocking or doing something like that. Okay, got it right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is called as why you need get request to be monitored, means this is one example. Okay, so directly only get request if you are monitoring. Okay, say for example, if it is a post request, get request doesn't have any big problem because they might be only like web pages only they are asking. Post means logins, correct, right? Guys,
Yes, yes. Right.
logging into the website. Say for
Yeah.
example, I'm an attacker. Okay, what did I do? I went to the dark web. Dark web means right? If you don't know, I'll tell you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Just
dark,
explain.
yeah, dark web is a web. Dark web, dark web is nothing but, let me show you one small image. Okay, dark web data. Yeah, this one. Yeah, guys, whatever like data our companies hold, or whatever the data you or me are like in our laptops or in a company servers, only the tip of the iceberg the data is, if you see here. Okay, you got it here. There is something called as deep web. Okay, so deep web, it is like kind of like your college informations, that this and all, which are hosting, but it is not publicly available. Okay, that is this thing. Okay, but if you go further down, there is something called as dark web. Okay, which is not even accessible through the normal internet. You have to use some applications like tar,
Oh,
means
Tor
like,
browser.
yeah. So you have to use tar kind of applications, which are like three-level encryptions. One level of encryption is like when I send some data to you, I will be encrypting and sending it to you. Okay. Three-level encryption means I will encrypt and give it to you. in middle one person, and he will again take the encrypted data and again he'll encrypt it. Okay, and then after that, again the third person will take it and again encrypts it. So three-level encryption will be there. Okay, so what is the use of it? The traffic going in between these two endpoints. Okay, no one will come to know that from where the source, which source has generated the traffic. Okay, so what you will be getting that traffic, which kind of traffic you will be seeing in the deep web? You will be able to see drug traffickers. Okay, their websites will be hosted there. Like common people like us and all will be seeing here. Okay, all whatever it is there, like web surfing you do, right? That is here. But in deep web, it will be like this. Okay, I should not show. I guess you shouldn't even try these things. Okay, uh, uh, you, okay. So, guys, whether you believe it or not, okay, your credit card informations are available. If you are compromised, it will be in this website. I don't want to show this, but if your credit card information is available with them, the attackers means they'll be sending in this particular market, in this kind of black market. Okay, these are some publicly available like that. These are internally, their data actually stored internally in dark web. Okay, the URL front facing is this, but the data, whatever it is there, is in dark web. These guys, what they do, they will collect your, like through some free softwares people they give, right? Cracked softwares, all your credit card information, everything they will capture it. And what they will do, they will sell it in these particular black markets. That is UniCC or so many companies are there. In them, they will be selling it. Okay. So what they will get? Okay. What they do, they can actually sell using like PayPal accounts or credit card accounts or some kind of, uh, attackers also. You can hire them over there. Okay. And everything will be there. Okay. You like even you can hire a hitman over there. Okay. So that kind of information you will be getting in the dark web. Okay. This is all like your institutional data, like government resources, which is like partly available, but it is not a need to know basis kind of like very like military data, all those documents, classified documents, all those, this much of information is there. But to the internet world only, like all your Flipkart, Amazon, all are this much. But without knowing to you, this much is their data. And deep web is like very like even if it is 6% of it, but it is like only the criminals and the drug traffickers and some illegal guys, they will be holding the data in the dark web. Okay, like as I said, dark encrypted websites. Okay, all those things are here. Okay, so these guys, what they do is you can hire them. Like what they'll do, they'll buy some credit card information here. Okay, and what they do, they will take some tools. Okay, and what takes username, password, username, password, username, passwords. They bought it from some dark web. Okay, first 1, 2, 3, 4, like that it will take, and he will send a get request. I mean, like post request. So now this is a post request graph. Okay, if the username and password is correct, then what happens? Login successful, right, guys?
Yes,
Ah,
yes.
yes, yes.
What you will get 200. Okay, correct, right? Okay, so this is the post request, and you will be writing the graphs in such a way that how many of them are some other graph successful, also how many happened, like that's also you are comparing like 200. Okay, means post with 200. Okay, for this post successful, how many 200 okay you are getting within this 15 minutes. Okay, so are within that 1 hour. Okay, if you compare that, okay, if the successful logs also and as well as number of post requests are increased, means you will go and apply the same logic whatever I have told right sometime before. you will apply it. Okay, that why this number of login requests are increased, and my server, okay, has responded or not. If it is responded, whether it is 200 okay or not. If it is 200 okay, is it from multiple IPs or the single IPs these requests have come? Okay, so the attackers, the pattern of the increase in successful messages and number of post requests, this is called as successful versus, okay, unsuccessful also, you can see it. Okay, the post request to 200, I'm telling, you will have one more log also, which it will be like successful and unsuccessful. Unsuccessful should be like this. Okay, because failed logins, with these usernames whatever are here and our web server is holding are different, means it will be like this. Okay, like this. Unsuccessful, successful might be like this. Okay, so that means successful, what happened, that is our concentration. Is this successful thing happened because of the traffic from the single IP or multiple IPs? Okay, and is these logins are happened where this user when he has actually logged in? Okay, and all such information we will discuss about them later, but response codes are important thing for us. Successful response codes are important thing for us. That's the important thing which you have to, means I'm just giving you the fair amount of information. You might be getting how the attackers will get this data. As I said, there are some websites where they'll go and buy those username and passwords or credit card informations or some other whatever kind of like your social security numbers, everything they can buy it from there. Okay, so these responses we are discussing, right? Okay, these are like leastly used responses codes. Predominantly, as I can say, when it comes to the web, you might not be using these codes at all. Okay, you might not be using these codes at all. But which codes are important? Apart from this, one access no codes are there. Usually, these are like for telecom companies they use. We don't require. These are informational responses in the sense uh, you have a web server. Let me open. You have a web server here, and you have some proxy, and you have another proxy, and you have the client here. Okay. Okay. Now you are trying to reach this particular web server. Okay. Now their intention when they brought this particular thing is internet was very slow, very, very, very slow. Okay. When I send request to my proxy, then it will send the to another proxy or some another proxy. From there it will go to web server, some other intermediate devices which understands the application layer traffic. Okay, so these servers when they request and before they send forward to the next hop, okay, next proxy, maybe in between some routers will be there, forget about them. We are talking about the application layers. Okay, like kind of this is Cloudflare is giving to some other system. From there it is going. So the Cloudflare, before it sends to another Cloudflare device or some other proxy, okay, before it sends, I am trying to reach your web server. I am trying 100, trying. Okay, you please be wait. Okay, I have forwarded your request to the next hop. You please be wait. Okay, so it is an intimation or information to the client that your request is in progress. This was in very, very olden days. Okay, when web servers are very, very, very slow. Okay, in between you have to like network is also like very like you didn't had anything. So in between some proxies they used to place for the web traffic, and they used to let these clients to know that they request. Maybe when you open the web page, it might take maybe half a minute or something like that to reach to the server itself. Nowadays, it is just in fraction of seconds, but earlier that was not the case. So the information, so this one, once if it forwards to the next hop, that is web server, this will be updating to this machine, 100 trying. So this serial server will be like, okay, my request actually forwarded by the other proxy to the next hop. So I'll be waiting for that response. Now the response will be like 200 OK. Because this server has received the request, get request or post request, it will be sending 200 OK. Is it clear? Why information to update that something your work is going on in progress for that purpose in real time. You are not going to see this nowadays at all, at any cost. At any cost, you are not going to see. Okay, this 1xx messages, that is 100 continue. Okay, are trying or continue. Okay, 101 switching protocols, 102 processing. Okay, these things you are not going to see. Okay, response codes. The next one is 2xx. That is 2xx means it can be 200 or it can be 201 or 202 accepted. Okay, 206 or anything like this. Okay, important thing is 200. Okay, important thing only for us from the SOC perspective 200. These might be for the developers. Okay, but for us only this one. What it means? It is like for any get or head or post or trace. Okay, head means nothing but, okay, you are sending a request with lot of different fields, right? Lot of different fields, right? Correct, right? You are sending some information like accept language, accept encoding. Okay, then then what else you will have? The content, accept content. All these fields you are sending in the get request, right? Without them, okay, only HTTP, whatever that get request, one single line, okay, one single line, whatever the first line only you can send the request. For that, instead of using get, you can use head. Head is nothing but ping kind of message for web applications. Ping kind of thing for web application. When there is some response, you will get 200 OK, but without that web page, from the server. You are telling head means I want whether you are there or not. I'm checking. Okay. So for that in the browser you can give. We will see later. Okay. Head you will be sending with single line. Not all the lines you are going to put. All these things you are not putting, accept encoding, all these things. What you will do? Head www.google.com. That is HTTP 2.0. That much only you will send. Then you will get a response back. Only that particular line only you will be sending. Back you will be getting 200 OK without the web page content. Okay, without the web page content. That is called as head. Okay, okay. For all those things, you will be using. Okay, to you can respond with 200 OK if the page is present. For get, head, post, okay, or this trace is, okay, like this is also one kind of like what you can say, like it is like kind of like for the tracing purpose, like who is my last server, for that kind of thing, which is not in real time. We are not going to use this at all. Okay, so this is about the 2xx. Okay, then this you remember, this important, this is very much important for us, 200 OK. Okay, so you got what is meant by like 1xx and 2xx. All these informations are successfully you reached to the server. Okay, and the request is fulfilled. Your request, whatever the request you have made is fulfilled. Okay, if I say that, for example, 201 create, okay, not that one, 202 accepted, where it is, yeah, here it is. Okay, 202 accepted. Okay, yeah, okay, 202 accepted means you requested some, like you have asked what and all headers you can support, that kind of request you have made, and it said like, okay, I can process these kind of requests. Okay, that is a response. What successfully I can process this, whatever the request you made. That kind of request you can make. But one thing you have to remember, 200 is the important thing which you are going to use in your day-to-day life. Okay, forget about it, remaining things, but just know what they are by just going through this. If you have any queries, just ping me. I'll be able to help you. Okay, so then this is 3xx, means redirection. All these things are successful. Okay, 200 is nothing but, okay, the request you have made, I'm sending you the content, or 100% I have that, or I am the person. You have, your request is 100% fulfilled. For that only you have to use 200. Okay, okay. But whereas 3xx, you have come to the right place, but I am not the right person. What I will do is I will redirect you to the right person. That's why we have here, if I say uh, Amazon.com. Okay, I'll remove this. Okay, see this? See this? Boss, you have made some request to me. That's really good. That request, whatever you made, is Amazon.com. Okay, so this is a request which it went to their server. And server, what it has responded, you see, we have moved permanently to some other location. What is that location? HTTPS location you have to go. Okay, HTTPS you have to go. The server will tell that you have reached, but the thing here is you have to come with HTTPS, not on port 80. I'm not communicating with you on port 80. I'm communicating with you on HTTPS protocol. Okay, so immediately your server received, and then the next request what it sent is on port 443, that is HTTPS traffic. Okay, port traffic. See, in between these two things, some kind of certification exchange, all these things happens that browser doesn't show you. Okay, but whereas in our what do you say, in Wireshark you can see it. Maybe next time when when we are we are discussing on security concepts, right? That time I'll explain you. These are like non-security concepts what we are discussing as of now, just network related concepts we are doing. Okay, so that is the Amazon.com. Now for that you have what it is, the response. This one, you take this. Okay, for the request whatever you made, HTTPS Amazon.com, you got the response as 200. Okay, because you are moved to the next. It told that you have to communicate with me at a HTTPS server. Okay, so I will be communicating. So you are letting the client know that please redirect. Don't come to 80. Redirect to some other location. That is HTTPS. Okay, that information you updated. Okay, that's why you have something called as redirect responses. Okay, these redirect responses are,
So
okay,
we are sending the request on HTTP.
initially you sent on HTTP only, right?
Okay.
First you sent. When I'm not putting anything over here, am I telling HTTPS Amazon.com? Is anywhere HTTP I have kept it here?
No,
Anywhere HTTPS I have kept it here? No, right?
no.
Okay. So browser now has to take care everything for me. When I click it, okay, first the request will go to the server, Amazon server. Okay, Amazon network it will go, and there somewhere some information has told that, okay, boss, you came with port 80 related details. No, that is not possible. You have to come back with me for so and so HTTPS URL only. I will be allowing you to enter into my organization. So
But
that
we are not entering the HTTPS, still we are getting the web page. In that case, shouldn't it give the error?
that's what it is has given, right? That's why it's not an
No,
error.
but
It's a redirection. It's a redirection.
yes, yes. But
He knows, see, why he will unnecessarily lose his business. Correct, right? Instead, what he'll do, he will tell that to the browser saying that go to this location. Okay, so browser will receive this entire header, right? It will take it and put it automatically and sends a new request. That is here. Okay. Oh God. Okay. That is here. It is happened. So this is a request. Immediately, automatically, it has done the task. Amazon.com. But this header might have gone here. You are not seeing HTTPS here, but it is HTTPS means port 443. The traffic has the destination port 443. It kept and sent it. Okay. At that time, this particular thing like received the response saying that thank you. Now whatever I told you have listened to me. So this is the web page content. Why he will unnecessarily lose his business if he sends 404 message, okay, because the host is correct, right? Am I correct or not?
yes,
Host is
Yes,
correct. The protocol has to be changed. Application protocol has to be changed. Instead of HTTP, you move to HTTPS. That's what he's in a polite way is telling. Okay, in a more of a polite way, he's told me. That's what he said. Boss, whatever the request you made, better I will let you know too. I'm not listening at this port. Because if I have done some mistake saying that / some SFDFSS something if I get, yes, as you said, you have reached the correct position, but that web page itself we don't have. Okay. Then they will say they don't even redirect it. We don't have this whatever your resource you are asking. Okay. So here it is telling that politely that boss, you please move permanently this because we are not serving this page. Sometimes what happens is you consider it like this. This is a redirect server. Okay. You made a request. Forget all firewalls, everything is there. Client receive the request and this is the web server. Okay. And it will tell that I know where the server is there. Immediately I will redirect it. Okay. Because like first it will send the request to this. This is the first step. And the second step you will receive 301 move permanently and you will send the request directly to that. Okay. Through the you don't even go to this particular thing that time. Okay. So this is the third step. Okay. You will go to that and it will come to know that, okay, this is the Amazon server. Directly you went. You didn't go through this now. Okay. Directly it went. Okay. Now what happens is the same thing. You have multiple. Okay. This is the client. This is scenario one where 301 moved permanently is there. There might be a chance. Okay. Like moved temporarily. Okay. What I've done is this is this thing. Okay. This is a HTTPS, whatever the traffic you have configured here. Any traffic comes here for HTTP or HTTPS, anything. Okay. You have updated saying that, okay, this whatever my usual server is now under upgrading. Okay. Okay. For time being, okay, I am available at here for temporarily, maybe for 1 hour or 2 hour. That information is updated here, this redirect server example. Okay, some intermediate server, you can say some, it can be something a firewall or it can be some other server, intermediate server like this or something like that. Okay, you updated that information here. The request came here first. Okay, this is the request, get request. Okay, and get request, if it is an HTTP or HTTPS, forget about it. Okay, now it will check. Usually where it should go to here, right? Correct, right? Now this is the temporary server which is backup server, temporary backup server. Now what it will tell is we have just now moved to HTTPS only. Okay, but the service is available here, that kind of 302 moved, yeah, where it went back. Okay, 30, okay, 30 moved temporary date, 307. Okay, trend 307 like this. I mean, like this will respond like 307 moved temporarily. Okay, and there is one more option called as multiple choice. Okay, multiple servers will be there. This is the client. Okay, when I request a request, it will tell that, okay, you have Bangalore server, you have Hyderabad server, you have this thing, whichever you want, you can choose. Usually these things and all comes under telecom. Most of the times telecom, these things will come. But in web, only 301 moved temporarily, 307 moved this thing. What is that? 307 moved temporarily and 301 moved permanently. These two things only we will be using it. So, and this is the one mainly we will use. This is also we are not going to use it. This is the one which we are going to use. So remember that 301 means moved permanently. 307
Move temporary.
multiple choice. No.
Yeah.
300 multiple choice means either you want to go here, either you want to go here. That entire information you are sending, like https amazon.com is there, https amazon.in is there, https amazon dot france is there. That kind of information where you'll be putting here in the locations. Okay, comma https amazon.in, comma https amazon. That is called as multiple choice. If your user agent is so advanced, it identifies currently where you are standing and it will pick the appropriate thing from there. But as of now, it is not happening for all this Chrome browser and all, because it will make a mess of the user's experience. So it is not. Maybe these are useful for the applications like BlueJeans, what we are communicating. Okay, that says that. Okay, now you are in, see, when it comes here, okay, request, it will provide you all the multiple choices of the BlueJeans communication servers, these servers, whichever server you want. Now client has developed in such a way that this particular application is developed in such a way that in my client, okay, depending upon the location, it will choose which server it wants. Okay, so then it will be sending the traffic to that particular server. Okay, because this might be very near to me. Got it?
Yes.
Okay, so 300 multiple choice, 301 moved permanently, 307, okay, moved temporarily.
Temporary.
All these are the some redirection. You are redirecting the traffic. Okay, so there we will be using this kind of 200, 300, 301, 307. Okay, now are these errors? Are these errors? No, there is nothing wrong with the user request. Server side some configurations changed. That information they are updating us like this in that particular message. So we are resending the data. Correct, right? Requests. Okay. So now we have something called as 4xx. Which client is making an error? Which client is making an error? Let me show you some example. Okay. Yeah. Server is not doing any error. Okay. Client only making some errors. Guys, one thing you have to remember. Okay. What happens? This is your system. This is your server. Okay. Say whatever it is there in between, you reach the server, but web page whatever you reach Google only. But what you have asked is google.com / or amazon.com / FFFSS something. You have something which that web page itself, it is not there. Google will return you some search result, but if you take Amazon, that web page will be there anyway. So the URL whatever you are trying to send is having some error. Okay, so it will send the resource, the resource, the resource, the resource what you are trying to reach is not found with me. Okay, that is called as 404 not found. Whose error is this? Whose error is this?
This is a user
Client
error.
error.
Client
Client
error.
error. Okay. Okay. I would request Abhishek. Kids are shouting, I guess. Okay. So
Sorry?
404 not found. Someone kids are shouting from your side?
No, it's not my
No.
place.
Then who is there, Appa? Okay. I don't think everyone is on mute. Okay, let it be, no problem. Let's continue. Okay, so 404. Okay, that is the 404. Okay, so let us see what and all are there. Now, here this is bad request. Okay, I'll show you what is bad request. Okay, now what you have done, you have a small software installed on your PC. Okay, with this PC, what you can do is you can modify the information of the headers. Means which information? This is the request, right? This request, you can modify that tool. Okay, but when you are modifying this information, you have such tool. You can send this whatever, you can create it and send it. Okay, here as I said yesterday, the same way, some spelling mistake you have done here, because this is the fields, header fields, header fields. These are header fields. This field, what you have done is you have done some spelling mistake. Value, if you done something, no problem. But header fields, you have done some mistake. Okay. So if you have done some mistake, okay, so that particular request is called as bad request. When the server receives it, the request, it will come to know that the header should be always accept, means like this, but you have sent only one C. Something which
And
I don't understood. Yeah, go ahead.
what's the purpose of doing this?
You can like server standardized format standards you have to follow, right?
No, no, right, but
HTTP.
why we are changing the headers?
Attackers, what they do, simulate the attacks, right? They can create their own packets.
Okay.
Okay,
So will that
they will send the
if
traffic.
so will
Yeah.
the browser or
Yes.
the entire system will that process that header?
Yes. You have some software called as burp suit. Okay. I don't show anything. I'm just giving you just heads up. That's it. Okay. So this is the tool where you can, okay, generally modify. Uh, okay, close this. Okay, something next. No, I have to again change the my port numbers and give me the option of modifying the data here. Okay, got it right? This whatever the header fields, it will display here. Okay, in this tool. In this tool, it will display like this. Okay. Uh, what I should not, because I might uh, end up in some kind of because I have to change the port numbers now. Okay, which might disconnect our internet. I don't want to do that. Here I'll get raw data. Here the header, request header. Okay, and the response headers, request header will come. Okay, and I will get the body and everything, that information that request header will come. And I can change the post data, my username and password. I can change those accept fields, and HTTP 1.1 I can change it to 22.0, something like that. All that information I can put. Okay, and I can just, what I can do, I can forward. Click forward means it will send to the server. Okay, and server receives it. Okay, once the server receives it, it will know that the standardized format of the fields, what it should be. Okay, accept means like this. Okay, encoding, accept encoding means it should be hyphen, should be there. Okay, like there's all standardized things. What we can say, syntax of the header is correct or not. If any syntax of the header is of the headers is wrong, then it will immediately send bad request. You sent to me a bad request. That is 400 add request back to the server. Is it clear?
Yeah, the thing is clear, but I was just asking because, like, if the server is giving the error, in that case, the motive
Hmm.
of the attacker is not fulfilled, no? Because
By
he,
mistake. That's what I'm telling you. The intention is attackers will also do some mistakes, right? If you are monitoring 4xx, any errors are coming, okay, that means someone is trying to attack you. Correct, right? You will come to know about it, right?
okay,
That's what your intention. Attacker is a like script kiddie. Is very, might be like very new for attacking. He doesn't know how to modify the things or anything. He's learning. You should contain them also, right?
okay, okay.
Okay. For that purpose,
So,
it's
like,
like
by default, it will be right, and this error will come only when someone has made any changes.
changes to the default
Header.
header fields. Yeah, correct.
Otherwise, this error won't come.
Yet it won't come. Whatever it, if in HTTP is there, right? HTTP I'll put. Okay, that is also a header error. Okay, 400 bad request, it will be the response. Request will go to that location. Okay, because through IP routing, it will go to that this thing. Server, it will check the port number. Yeah, port number is also correct. Okay, the destination port is 80 or something. Okay, then it opens the application fields, right? Okay, then it will first do the investigation whether all the fields are correct as per the rules and regulations of RFC. RFC means request for comments. Means these are the standard bodies. Then only you process it. If any something mistake is there, send them the risk. Says, client has done some mistake, saying that 400 bad request. Got it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So where it is? Maybe you are developing some applications. Okay. Maybe you are not properly like this kind of application, like plugins kind of applications. Your developer has done some mistake. He has not properly configured. I mean, like while writing the accept coding or accept encoding or something like that, you have to write, because like browser kind of functionality you are also putting here. So that BlueJeans guy developer has done some mistake. Okay, so now the clients will be able to communicate with other system, because the expected is accept. Okay, encoding. Okay, but you sent accept encoding. There it is expecting. It will check. When it is checking all the fields, it found that this is the thing. So this is a wrong thing. So it will send you back 404. This can be an attacker's or it can be a developer mistake at the client side, whoever developed this client application, right? Their mistake also. For it will be for debugging, it is very good for us. Got it? Abhishek, got it?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So anyone, any doubts here for that client errors?
No, sir.
Okay. So we'll go to the next error. Okay. Client side. This is something called as 401 unauthorized. I'll show you why it is. Okay. Guys, I'll tell you one thing. Okay. You have some website. Okay. This website having username and password details. Just remember, you entered username and password. Okay. Client and web server. Okay. The request is sent. Okay. Some post request is sent. Okay. With the username and password. Okay. So it checked the username and password. It checked, but I will not authorized. It will send 401 unauthorized. 401 unauthorized. It sends. Okay. Saying that with some web page content, it will show you something. Send the OTP. Okay. It will come. Now what you'll do? Again, you'll be sending new request to the server with your OTP. Okay, to the web server. Now you are authorized. That is 200. Okay. Okay, means the request when you send with the right username and password, but as of now, might be your username and password might be like what do you say? Username and password is correct, but I want to have a double check. Okay. And second point is usually whatever we have, regularly whatever we do. Okay. Username and password you sent and you entered wrong username and password. For that also 401 unauthorized. You are not authorized person.
Even if the
Yes.
credentials are correct, still we'll get the 401.
Unauthorized because you are not yet authorized to look at your resources, your details or anything. Until unless you are verified, until unless you are verified successfully, I won't let and see your resources.
But suppose the example of two-factor authentication is this, like whenever I'm trying to log into my Gmail, I enter
Okay.
my credentials. So the next
Yes.
thing it shows a web page for entering you know, the OTP.
OTP. That's what
So,
I said. 401 unauthorized with some web page content. That's what I told you.
okay, with some web page content. So it's
Yeah.
not an error basically.
It's not, client side has not fulfilled everything it required to get the resource.
So like where will I get to see 401? Because on the
Usually,
browser I'll
usually, I'll tell you. Usually, where you will get these things is you entered a user. Say, let us try to take some. These guys are very. Uh, these guys won't usually show it. These guys companies, but let us try to see if there
should I
is
try to
any.
log in on the system?
Yeah, you can wherever the username and password is there, right? Now let us try to clear this. Okay, let us see. These guys are very what do you say? Very let me check. Because these guys are very cautious. They doesn't want to tell the user that attacker that whether it is having instead what they will do, they will send the page 401 unauthorized. They don't send. Okay, some password I'm giving, which is wrong password. Let me clear this. Okay, let me try. So that's what the problem. Again, they will send the web page instead of sending 401 unauthorized. These guys are very cautious. Okay. But if you take some other website, some small website, okay, um, the password, the response is instead of telling you're you are having a wrong username because the attacker might be seeing whether this username and password is wrong or not. 200 okay message if he gets it right, he will think it is successful. Okay, so he cannot harvest the username and passwords. He will be what do you say? He is misguided that 200 okay. I have received it. Might be it might be success. If he's like filtering all the data of 200 OKs for which and all usernames and password, So that's why these guys will do it. Let me get some very old some websites.
Here I'm trying to log in and I'm entering the wrong password, and the
Hmm.
status code that is coming is 200,
That's
not the
what.
401.
No, that's what I'm telling you. The servers are configured in such a way that, okay, they are sending some web page back to you. That is sign in page back to you. The same sign in page they are sending back to you. Instead of showing you, okay, some kind of 401
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's
So
what.
they're not giving the
To
error, they
make,
are just sending
yes,
back
they are
the login
making
page.
yes, because for clients like you and me, like real customers, that doesn't make any sense because we are not seeing the 401 or anything, right? As long as it shows some message content that your password is wrong, correct, right? That's what we'll see, correct, right? But attackers, okay, if they send back 401 unauthorized as a response, they will come to know that, okay, they will be using some automation tools. They will come to know that 401 unauthorized means this username and password is invalid. I will remove it from my list of username and passwords. Next time I don't use them. So they want to make, these companies want to make the the attackers to get confused, and also, okay, by when they are monitoring only the response codes, okay, they want to make these attackers to confuse. And also one more thing is they want to make these attackers, okay, to invest more money. Once he will see, sometime before I have seen 200 OKs received as status codes, 10 requests I sent, okay, and I have received 200 OK messages for the 10. Again, I'll rerun. Means his money and his time is reinvesting it. Got it right? They are bluffing the attackers. But let us try to get some old websites. Say, okay, let me check. Uh, uh, I don't think we will get. I think I don't think we will get it because these guys are very much. What do you say? Mm, Oh God, college student login. Okay. Login here. Okay. Yeah, take this, copy it, okay, put it here, click it on this, okay, log in here, okay, something you give at the rate mail.com, okay, inspect it. Let us see if we are, usually this it will be like predominantly for telecom, right? There they'll be using mostly, but give something here. For our sake, let's try if we are able to identify it. Usually applications, more than web, you will be seeing these kind of things in applications. Sign in. Let's see, for everything it is getting the same these things. Let us try to see any other websites if we are able to get it. Usually this it will be I have to log out and log in. Okay, let me try to get that information for you guys here. Okay, blue jeans. Okay, okay, okay. I don't think blue jeans also will have it. Usually what happens is like these apps will be there, right? Once if I log in, try to log in, okay? Once if I try to log in, first it will ask me to provide me the username and password with some challenging, all these things will be there. Like I'll show you, let me show you the call flow. Okay, 401 call flow. Yes, like voice calling, like whatever uh, we are seeing, right? Usually in telecoms or web servers which are related to this SIP registration servers. First, you will be trying to enter, you will launch your app, then it will be sending you some information to enter the username and password. So you will try to get registered. For that, what it will do is it will respond you with some like 401 authentication. Internally, the phone should have some algorithms kept in place, which what it will do is it will take this 401 authorization will be coming back with some kind of some key, public key or something like that. And what it will do is it will take that key and it will run that particular key and generate some ID and sends along with the username and password and that particular ID, unique ID, and it will be sending it. And server will be expecting some value, right? That value and this value, if both are same, then it will be sending back 200 OK. Okay. But for you, what you have to remember is for any request, okay, if it is sending 401 means the credentials are nothing but the wrong credentials. Okay. So you'll be sending with again right credentials, then you will be allowed to enter. Okay. Got it? Okay. Just remember. Let us see. I'll try to identify some website, whichever it is easy for us to understand. But as of now, if your credentials are wrong, means what you will get it?
Or not.
Home page.
401 unauthorized. Okay, just remember that. Okay, let's see. Move on to the next. Next. Okay, bad request. It is done, right? Okay, 401 unauthorized. We have seen. 403 forbidden. Okay. Now you have the username and password, credentials. Everything is perfect. Okay. You have everything perfect. You are the correct person. Okay. This is the server. Okay. You have sent username and password, okay, with some post message or something, okay, or some get request. You try to reach some server you are trying to reach, okay, but it is telling, okay, oh, where it is 403 forbidden. What does it mean? You are the correct person reached correct server, okay, but we are not allowing to you to enter into this particular server because you are forbidden, because your privileges are not sufficient. Means you are just a normal user. I will allow only admin to get connected over here. Example. Okay. Okay. No, 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 no. Let me open this particular link. Okay. Copy it. Here also you might not get, but I'm just telling. Okay. Who should be able to log in into this admin panel?
Admin only college.
Admin
Admin college
only.
alone.
Correct. Okay. So instead of this, you enter the correct username and password. Example I'm telling. Okay. Hmm? This location, you are trying to enter the correct username and password, but you are trying to reach this particular thing. Okay. So what it will show you is you are forbidden to enter into here. Your username and password is correct, but you are forbidden. Okay. And in which other locations? Like you have the development environment. This is okay. Some folders are here. Some other folders are here. Here folders are there in this particular server. This is for public. In this website, this is for public. This is also public. These two folders, whatever the web links are there, right? Those are like only for the developers. Okay. Somehow you got those links and you entered them by mistake. Okay. The request will go here and it will check Okay, you have logged in and you have username or password, everything is correct. These links you clicked perfectly and you got the web page response back. But when you try to click this link, whatever you are seeing that particular link, if you click it, it will open this particular web page. But you went and connect over there. Then this page is meant for only whom? For the developers. Then it will check in the like whether you have with these credentials are not, this username and password in their database. If it is not there, immediately it will respond with you saying that 403 forbidden. Got it right? These errors are important for you to know if someone is trying to escalate their privileges or not. They should not be accessing those pages if someone is trying to accessing or not. All these things you will be monitoring. Okay. So 400 is what?
Bad
Bad request. 401,
unauthorized.
Unauthorized.
403,
Forbidden.
Forbidden.
forbidden. These are the important things. Let me check if anything I forgot. No conflict and all we don't do. 404 also we forget. 404 not found. Means that web page not found. These are the important. If the interviewer asks, you should answer them and you should remember them. Okay. Then what else we have? 500. 5xx. Only two things you remember. Okay. This is the important. Internal server error. Okay. Service not available. These two important. Internal server error means you have reached server, okay, and server itself like upgrade or something or anything is happening. That time you will get the server will respond to you. My mistake only. This mistake is from my side only, but it is an internal server issue. Okay, and if it is like as I said, if it is a Tatkal ticket booking or if it is something like that, big billion day, or if it is a DDoS attack, the server itself not available. You reach the target, but the server is not responding. Okay, that is called as service not available. You will be checking 503 errors most of the times rather than internal server errors. Got it? Anything 5xx 503 or 503 or anything 5 star star. I'll show you how to write. Any server errors are coming, you'll be checking using the server errors. And there is 6xx means like entire world itself, no internet is working. Okay, that I never used, I have never seen with my naked eyes. Okay, and I have never experienced it at all. Okay, so usually I experience with these things. Okay, now guys, are you familiar with these things now? No issues, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, most of the times why I'm putting a lot of concentration means anyhow DNS application related thing we will be like going through the DNS logs. That time I will be explaining them and I'll be showing you some sample logs. Okay, and show you like how to monitor them everything. Okay, when it comes to SSH, yes, at that time, but web it is the common protocol. So that is the reason at the beginning only application layer I have taken web only as my base protocol for you to explain these things. But remaining things and all we can learn them on the flow. But application layer when it comes, 90% of the web traffic from any organization will go is web traffic only. 90%. I can say more than 90%. But correct, right? Those things you should be very strong. That's the reason I have taken this as an example for our application related things. So how many of you are comfortable in these? You want me to explain anything extra apart from these? Hmm? Are you comfortable now? Like application layer?
Yes,
At
till
least,
now,
Yes,
but
sir.
the doubts
yeah.
will come once we start doing it
Yes.
ourselves.
When you are putting your hands on. That is the reason first you understand these browser related aspects and then go through them. try yourself, lot of permutations and combinations you have to do. Okay, different types of errors, how you have seen redirection related things, you have seen 404 not everything can be simulated, but to the extent whatever we can simulate, we have done it. Okay, so but we will try to learn them with hands-on, right? So then only they'll be there in our mind, else it won't be. I would request before coming to the next week, go through all of them. Do you want me to again go through those entire stack once again? Our entire OSI model or TCP/IP model stacks once again before we finish, or you guys will be okay by going back to the videos and you will go through them?
No, we'll go through the videos. There's no.
Okay, okay, fine. So let me first stop the video.